So Ronald Reagan is humiliated, he's divorced, and his acting career seems to be dead. His ex-wife is winning Oscars, making jokes about his dick, and things are just not looking good for Mr. Dutch, for Mr. Reagan. But then someone comes along that just changes his life. He meets Nancy. Have you heard of her, Nancy? Listen, Paul over here, he decided to dress up as Miss Nancy Reagan, and I think you did a great job. I love the pussy bow. So it's 1949, and Reagan, he meets a woman named Nancy Davis. Now, she was also an actress, but she got like, I guess she had a different set of skills that made her stand out. I'm not here to be vulgar, but I am here to be honest. Nancy had talent, and she used that talent to work her way to the top. And I guess everyone knew it. It wasn't her dramatic range. It wasn't her filmography. Rumor had it, Nancy was known in Hollywood for giving a spectacular blowjob. I know, and you're like, shut up, Bailey. Like, would you read that like on Reddit or whatever? No. This was like a well-known little situation from the old school, like Hollywood circles. Everyone talked about it. And this was, it's sad to say, yeah, it's sad to say, because back then, like, this was an important skill to have. At the time, I mean, if you wanted to be an actress in Hollywood, you were harassed, you were exploited, you were manipulated. You would do anything just to like get in the door, and you would get locked in a room, and some nasty fat toad would like take his pants off and say, you know, handle it or whatever. And then you would, because you wanted a job, you know? Jeez. So like giving a blowjob was seen by many as like a safer alternative to, I don't know, being like raped or full on like sex. And also giving a blowjob, you didn't have to worry about getting pregnant or an STD. I mean, you could still get an STD in your mouth, but like, you know, it was seen as like this substitute that worked for everyone at the time. Anyways, back then though, it was nasty, okay? And so, you know, Nancy did her thing, and people called her the throat goat. I know. Now my brain was like, okay, this is like off topic. One of my favorite tea, you know, tea? It's called throat coat. And I was like, oh, is this inspired by her? It really soothes the throat. Highly recommend. So, back to Ronald Reagan. Listen, he's fresh off a brutal divorce. He's emotionally bruised, ego in shambles, and along comes Nancy, a woman who knew exactly how to make a man feel like a king. But I will say this, because Reagan, low-key, it was said that I'm sorry if this is like gross or vulgar or whatever, but it was said that Reagan had a small wiener, so it probably made the whole like oral thing a little bit easier for her. You know what I'm saying? For my BJ queens out there. Because the big ones can hurt your throat. The small ones, it's like a little gummy worm in your mouth. Just nibble on it, and then you're good. So she probably made him feel really good. Trying to be positive here. Around this time, Reagan gets a job as the president of SAG, aka the Screen Actors Guild. And I guess like this was the first time Reagan got a taste of like politics. So he started working closely with the Department of Labor, the state of California, and he was still working with the FBI, okay? Low key though. He sat in on hearings, he signed loyalty pledges, and he quietly blacklisted tons of actors, screenwriters, and directors who were rumored to be left-leaning. And this was like kind of laying the groundwork for his eventual political career. The unique thing about Reagan was that he was strategic. He was a master at having power without looking like he had power. So he could smile, he could tell a funny story, he could walk out of the room having just fired someone, and they would be like, "Oh my God, yeah, like he's a great guy. I love that guy." There was something, he was just likable. Basically, thanks to his connections as an informant, Reagan was back on track with like a powerful job, and Nancy, she liked that. She liked that a lot. So, they started dating, and then in 1952, they got married. There's rumors out there, like people actually think that Nancy is the reason Reagan became a conservative, because her dad was a huge conservative, and Reagan basically did it was said whatever Nancy told him to do. I don't know, based off what I just said, it seems like he was kind of going that way. But that's just what they say. Nancy was the one person that he trusted the most. She managed his schedule, she managed his diet, his public image, everything. She was like his manager. She wasn't like just a wife, she was his handler, his PR, his manager, his agent. She was everything. Now, just because Reagan was SAG president, it didn't mean he was getting better roles. Honestly, his career was dead, But once again, Dutch gets lucky. In 1954, TV is America's new it girl. Oh, forget the movies. It's all about television, the new toy. And Reagan was in the right place at the right time because he gets a cushy job hosting a show called General Electric Theater. Yes, General Electric, like the appliance company, like the shitty dishwasher you have. I had one of those dishwashers and it was shit. I said it. Anyways, they were like a major part of, the military industrial complex afterwards. Anyways, G&E did a lot, okay? So now they're doing TV. So this show that Reagan was on, it was kind of like reality TV. He would be filmed visiting American factories to look at new products and basically sell viewers on why they should buy this new toaster. And America loved it. Oh, they loved it. We love buying stuff, huh? The show ran for 8 years, and by the end of it, Ronald Reagan was a household name. Between 1954 and 1962, he visited GE plants in 39 states and hundreds of thousands of people. And he was good at it because all those years as president of the Screen Actors Guild had already put him in rooms with important people. So he was just again, a good talker. People liked him. He was buddy-buddy with the Department of Labor officials. He was friends with Californian politicians, the studio's union leaders. Everyone liked the guy. And he was positioning himself perfectly to be a politician. But he never, straight up, talked about politics. He would, skirt around it. He'd be like, I love freedom. Freedom is great. American values, love that. Hard work, yeah. But that's as deep as he went,